Hail to thee, my kindred. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and night, wherever and whenever you are. I am tired as all hell. I'm not even gonna pretend I'm not. I am tired. I didn't have any plans. I didn't think about today as to what I was gonna do. Just the fact that today was a day, and that I'd wake up at some point and start doing things, which you'd think would be priority number one. And to be fair, I probably could have, and I might play a thing or two later on. I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. This cable of mine, this silly little cable, needs to be somewhere that it's not gonna be in my way. Because holy moly. I don't really have a really good setup here. It's just kind of what it is. It is simply what it is. I could have played more Sky today. I could have, but I didn't feel like it because we just did that yesterday. So, not gonna do that today. What else do I got around here? I don't know. I guess we could play Omega Strikers for a little while. But once again, I don't feel like if I play something competitive, I have to be a little more awake for that, and I'm certainly not awake enough for that. My brain's just gonna stall halfway through the game. I do have my coffee here, so I'll be drinking it throughout the day, throughout the stream, I should say, not throughout the day, because that would be long and treacherous. Isn't... I don't think I set up something correctly. One of my VODs is supposed to be up now from the streams, and apparently I don't see it. So unless I put it off for it could be the case that I accidentally may have put it off for later today without meaning to. Let me see. No, it's for why is it for tomorrow? It should have been out to yeah. Let me see. I'll just yeah, it's supposed to be out already. Just pop. Just boom. I don't know why this video didn't, yeah, I had it set for tomorrow. I don't know why the VOD was set for tomorrow. Let me see, is any... What is this, partially blocked? Why is one of my VODs partially blocked? Okay, that's weird. Don't like that very much. But it's whatever. That's like the first one, and it's one of my Sky, you know, the Children of Light games too, which is weird that it's partially blocked. Don't know why that would be the case. But sure. Why not? Let me just not know anything. YouTube just decides to be funny like that. I was thinking about The Walking Dead a little earlier as well, before I began stream. Just sorta, kinda. Just how hard that show fell off. That show really was so, like, everywhere for a good while. I guess it kind of revived the whole zombie genre, right? Revived the zombie genre for a little bit. It was everywhere, and then it just kind of fell off at some point. I don't even know by what point one could say it fell off. Maybe like this. Which season was it in which Rick was kind of gone for a while? I feel like when you make a TV show, you can't just have random characters that are the main character, especially, just kind of be fizzled out for a while. and that just doesn't work well in TB format. And I kind of want to eat a vegetable. There's that. No good reason for that. I just kind of do. It's just something that needs to be accomplished. Just something very green, like a broccoli. How long has it been since I fucking eaten broccoli? Like an age and a half. Why? What is this? Where are you? You are here, and this is what it is. Welcome, Wikialu. Wikialu. That's a very specific and odd name. I'll be honest, a little hard to pronounce at first. It took my eyes about a second to just even recognize how to read that. How are you? I did not mean to click that. I meant to make expressions, but I'm all over the place today. Who are you? Why are you? And how are you? That's the most important one. What was I even talking about? Like The Walking Dead. I was talking about The Walking Dead for no good reason. Just about how that show fell off. I can't even remember what other shows were of the era that kind of have fallen off. Your brother in Christ, we spoke a second ago. Your Wiki. Wiki? I didn't know that you had a Twitch channel. I'm just saying. Wiki? That's you? As in the Wiki? Listen, you can't blame me for thinking that you were just some other stranger. You know how many people there are on the fucking internet? A lot. A lot of people. My bad for not noticing that you were a very specific person. You never come here? And you barely use this? Fair enough. Why are you here? Now that you know that I'm here, why are you here? What are you here to do? Nothing's happening. I'm just gonna be talking here. Unless that's interesting to you for some reason. And if you barely use this, well, I'm glad I have the honor of being graced with your presence. You're telling me you don't even watch Scratch every now and again? You don't know? I said I was gonna stream and the other guy stopped talking. Those two. You need your yap? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. If you want to stick around, I don't mind. I don't understand that sometimes. I suppose Marcy and Yuki are a bit like myself in that extent that we need somebody to bounce off of when it comes to having a conversation. Do you know how hard it is to have a conversation with yourself for more than like 5 minutes? It's torturous. It is not pleasant. So it makes sense that they kind of fizzled out. Yuki will probably show up around here. You don't usually speak unless you're spoken to? Yeah, I suppose that's like most people though. I'm like that as well. I don't really speak unless I'm spoken to, which is why doing a just chatting stream tends to be a nightmare, if I'm being completely honest, but... Or your great sense of comedy calls for it? True. Real. Perhaps even, historically honest of you to say that. I don't know what any of that meant. I was almost choked on my damn coffee. Holy moly. But yeah. Yeah. I'm just... Why is there like merch? Sugar cubes? What is this? Oh, this is the little box. Sorry, I'm just looking at some random VTubers merch. Not biased at all. Certainly not. You're not biased towards yourself. I could put some music on, I guess. That's usually what I do when I'm on these just talking streams. But I can't find anything that's that I'd want to actually play on stream when it comes to music, that is. Just to have it there in the background. Although putting music on stream for me is kind of like a double-edged sword, because on one end there's something to hear. On the other, sometimes my brain just gets like focused on the music and I stop focusing on the talking. Is there no music playing? There's the background music, but that's not like what I'm referring to. I'm just referring to like actual like music to put, because that's what I do at times. when I'm just talking here. But yeah, there's the background music, which is there, which is fine, I guess. I'm just saying, if you guys want like actual music to play in the back, I can put that up too. What even is there? Nah, never mind. I'm already making my attention go everywhere. Is that a wooden mug? I mean, I guess. I feel like a wooden mug would just not be... That's kind of a little bit weird. You do not mind it either way? I'll keep it off for now. I'll keep myself from playing something for the time being, just because I don't want my brain to get scattered-brained as often as it does. I also may have the tendency to doom scroll while streaming here, just so that I may find conversational topics that are not in any way, shape, or form dumb. Ow, my nose. Scratch bag! You look a little gay today, sir. That's a strange way to introduce yourself, but hail to thee. You're an indecisive bitch. Ah, fuck, he's here too? Yeah, he's here. Wow, Wiki, I can't believe you would watch Gelato on Twitch, but not me. Listen, it is his first time. It's his first time here. Okay, be nice, be pleasant. Also, hi. Even though we talked like 2 hours ago. Welcome to the site. You cannot leave. True, you're stuck here. You have to stay here. You are obligated under the rights of me to be here. For me specifically. And not for Scratch. You hate Twitch? What do you hate Twitch for? It's literally just a streaming site. I mean, I guess it takes more money to have like a subscription to somebody than it does on YouTube. Me when I'm a caveman suffering from nervous breakdowns. You are quite the comedian, Scratch. Quite the comedian. How's the dog? How's the dog? How's the pupperino? I need to know this information before you literally go away and don't respond. Dog is good. Good, good, good. I like dog. Post more pictures of dog. Make dog do tricks. Caveman with Parkinson's. Not the Parkinson's. You ordered mac and cheese from Pizza Hut? From Pizza Hut? Why don't you just make your own mac and cheese, my brother? There is no need to order mac and cheese from Pizza Hut. It's like 10 p.m? Okay, fair enough. More Scratch Dog? I concur. I second this. 9 p.m. Ah, I see. 9 of the post-mortem? I forgot what the... fuck. You can do more Scratch Dog for sure. You better do more Scratch Dog. I need to check. Apparently there's gonna be like a storm later on today, and I don't know whether that's gonna inflict damage upon my stream, because I don't even know when it's starting. We've been telling you that for weeks. I feel like that was a long time ago, the last time we talked about more Scratch Dog on the Scratch server. You are the storm that is approaching. Insert guy sitting on a plastic chair. The strongest of all chairs. I need to find one of those again, just to throw it. And yes, this is me again talking about throwing things. I have that tendency and or urge. Plastic share. Yes. I understand that you find this humorous, that certain words sound similar. Drowning. Drawing? I thought I said drowning. Quite indeed. Quite indeed. Indeed. I remember when I used to say indeed a lot more often on stream. I haven't said indeed like a million times in a while. So today's just gonna be filled with indeed. Drawing is your favorite English teacher. Mr. Drawing! Sammy's trying to lick me again. That's not what you said. Yeah, you know, my reading debuff is activating again. I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. It's in the title. When you hear indeed the Dark Souls intro plays in your head, does it? Which one? I I don't remember any Dark Souls intro. The first one? I'm trying to think back actually now. Like which one you are thinking about. Drawing is my English teacher said. Oh, that's what you said. The yes, indeed. Well, which one was it? The first and third? Okay, there we go. First and third. I, I did not in any way, shape, or form remember any of that. I'll be honest. It's been a while since I've watched any Dark Souls gameplay or anything like that. And no, I'm never playing Dark Souls because I'm probably never playing Dark Souls. I may play Dark Souls one day, but I'm probably never gonna do it. That just sounds like not a good time for someone like myself. I'd end up eating my mug out of frustration and many other sensations. Don't play Dark Souls 2? This is a threat? Oh, I'm so scared. What's up? I remember, who was it? One of my viewers, Lemmy. Lemmy is very big on all the Souls likes. Play the rest, those are good? Yeah. I remember Lemmy telling me why Dark Souls 2 kind of sucks. You have like 3 viewers and you're all 3 of them. One of them is me, the other is Wiki, the third is you. We're doing so epic. We are gonna be... You know what's funny about viewership? I was thinking about this yesterday, right? If you have 0 viewership, you are easier to find than somebody that has 5 views. Because you're either gonna be found if you're at the top or the bottom. So if you're anywhere in the middle, you're immediately gonna have to pray to God. Because nobody's clicking for like 7 pages to see somebody that has like 5 views. You always have 0 viewers? No, you don't, you stinky. You have like 10 viewers, maybe, on like a decent day. I'm not gonna lie, I like that like frog, that frog knife. It's so threatening, it looks like Kirby. It has a view bot and still no viewers, skill issue. Peak emote, it is a peak emote. I have to work on making emotes someday. But then if I make emotes, that means I gotta like figure out how having money works. And I don't know how to do that. The tax people would come and kill my dog. That doesn't exist. But it would exist for the instance of being killed by the IRS. Dude, I want a steak. You know, I fucking... It's been like 3 months since I've had a steak. And I want one again. I need to go to like Chili's or literally any one of those like random little... So what do they call them? I forget the classification, because they're not like a restaurant, but they get like a family restaurant, I think is what they're called, right? Chili's, yes, Chili's, but with a it's not with an S, it's with a C. Steakhouses are also a thing. We do have a steakhouse nearby, but I just like Chili's a lot more. Chili's has been my go-to for like ages when it comes to food. Anytime we go out and it's like, where do you want to go? I'm gonna be like Chili's immediately. I just want to be there. It's nice. You know where I've never been to? Applebee's. Never been to one. Not a Yank. Never heard of it. Never had it. Ship or ship? Ship or ship? What about ship or ship? What are you talking about, Scratch? Are you just trying to get me to pronunciate words that are basically sounding the same? so that you can have a good old laugh, a laugh behind my back, like the traitorous bastard you are? Are you gonna, are you gonna take a shit? I know he's making fun of me. He has nothing better to do. He literally has nothing better to do. He tends to do that. Yeah. And he wonders why I threatened to bomb him. Scry bully, right? Every time you retaliate, he starts whining. He starts playing victim as if he's not the one that's trying to screw with you or anybody else. You're so evil. You and Yuki in an evil competition would be going at it forever in terms of who's more evil. Boo-hoo! You guys hate me! Exactly. We're gonna pour tar, and then we're gonna feather you. Tar and feather this guy. Right now. Make him look like a little chicken. Scratch, don't you have work to do? Don't you have food to eat? Don't you have a dog to pet? Chicken. Yes, chicken. What's... Now you're making fun of me. God damn it. If it's not one of you, it's the other. Scratch, when are you gonna have merch? When is the Scratch merch ever happening? That's a hard thing to say. Scratch merch. Scratch merch. What would the Scratch merch even be? You'd get one? Me too. Imagine it's just like a piece of paper. It's just a laminated Scratch. It's just his normal PNG, but laminated, and that's it. It'd be a little funny because it's, he's paper. I don't know what else would count. Like, I guess he could get some nice, drawings made. And then, bam, make them into stickers. That would be something. We should run a little experiment. Put him through a shredder. I want to run a little experiment on behalf of Scratch, where we just go into his server, honestly try to convince as many people in the server to watch one stream all at the same time, and then we'll see if that sticks, if the higher view count sticks around for a while. Because a bunch of people that don't know Scratch, might come around because, oh, look at this random streamer with, I don't know, fucking whatever amount of people. Even if most of those people won't stick past that one experimentation. It would not? I feel like it would. I feel like you'd get some newcomers here and there who would, stick around. Not from the server specifically, but that's the part of the experiment, right? Where it's if you get, an extra 30 views from the server, just for even one day, would that have a long-term effect? You guys do hate me? You're just curious about the fish stream? El pescado. Yeah, everybody likes el pescado. Every time people come in for their first time and they see el pescado, they're very much appreciative of el pescado. He's been here since day one. Since day one. What is that? Frog, huh? This reminds me of your freaking your emote where you're just high as hell. Poor frog. I don't like the the idea of a frog that's high. It makes me feel sad. Frogs shouldn't be high. They already have to deal with enough. You are foreign to the language I'm speaking of. You are foreign. Period. Frogs make you high if you lick them? Certain frogs, sure, but not all frogs. And you shouldn't go around licking frogs, because I'm pretty sure that the ones that make you high live in places where the ones that poison you are. So, or I guess the ones that are... Is it poison or venom when you lick something and it kills you? I think it's poison, right? Poison is you eat it, it kills you. Venom is it tries to eat you. It bites you, you die. Either way you die, yeah. Toads. Funny toads. Poisonous. Okay, it's poisonous. Ah, I kind of want a toad. I don't know. Frogs just seem like a chill pet to have. Either that or a snake. I've wanted a snake for a long time, but the matriarch, my mother, is not very fond of snakes. My fish stream? Yeah. What if you made a scratch model that was just a fish? I feel like that would make... I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking stupid things now. Hi. Dude, you know what I've not fucking played? Fucking Minecraft. You know why I've not played Minecraft? Because I don't want to make an account specifically to buy Minecraft. Like the TV guy from SpongeBob. Oh yeah, the freaking... What is he even supposed to... I don't know what kind of fish he's supposed to be, but like that guy. But instead of having a suit, you just have your little wings and the halo, and that's it. That's it. Nothing more. Maybe even add like a little screen or square around your fish model. You did post a little teaser on the announcement channel? You did? Let me see. When did you do that? When did you do that? Where's the announcement? I like so much happens on your thing that I often have to just mark as read your entire channel just because so much happens there. And I don't want to keep getting pinged constantly. Oh! That's funny. I like that. I like that. I don't even know what to call it. Scratch made. No, not that's the other one. Scratch. I can't come up with a funny name. Scratch. There we go. Murbag. Murbag. Yeah, great. An image. You get a lot of info from that. It is a lot of info. A picture speaks 1,000 words, or whatever the saying is. Murbag, Scratchmer, yeah. Scratchmer doesn't sound as good. I think Murbag is better. Murbag. Fucking hell, eh? Fucking hell. I like saying that. The funny people from across the ocean say funny words. You're indeed gonna be able to feed the fish, not need. Feed the fish. What will we be able to feed the fish? Because if we can feed it literally anything. Hail to thee, Kurenia. How are you doing? Been a while. I almost just stubbed my toe on my gosh darn table here. Not even... Actually, was it my table or my... I think I almost stubbed my toe on my chair. On one of the wheels. That would have been tragic. You're doing good? How about me? I'm doing alright. I'm drinking my coffee, attempting to stay awake. So that I may not perish from just lack of slumber. It's not even lack of slumber. I slept. I'm just tired all the time. I'm just a snoozer. I remember ya. I remember ya. That's why I said it's been quite a while. We're conversing about various little pieces of information. Such as Scratch. You know what? I'm gonna show Scratch's thing on the stream, and I will not need Scratch's consent. I'm going to put Scratch bag. Fuck, I forgot what name we called it. I'm just gonna put that into the corner, and you're just gonna have to deal with this, Scratch. Let me see. I forgot what I just named it. Was it this one? I think it was this one. There we go. Scratch, you're going in the corner. Right there. Make him spin like the fish? I wish I could, but unlike the El Pescado, Scratch is not 3D. If he was a 3D entity, I don't know why he blinks out like that. I don't understand that. There's something happening there. that I do not understand. Hmm. It's not a 3D, so it's not possible. Yeah. Quite unfortunate. I would if I could. I would make the scratch spin around like crazy. Mach 10. He would probably lose his wings in the process. Or his halo. He doesn't have wings in that little in that little image. Manual spin him, I guess. You know what? Fair enough. We can manual spin. I'm gonna do this for the next 2.5 hours. See how long this will... I don't think I could do that for that long. I feel like that would genuinely mess my mouse up a little. Just the button pressing for that long. Yes, I am aware of the different dimensions and how they work. Now. Don't be rude. Why haven't I gotten my own custom 2D model yet? Kurenai. Have you ever heard of this thing called money? That such a thing requires money. And money is something I don't make. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Wiki's just pulling your leg. Wiki is very wikical. You good, slime? See, all is well. Don't worry about that. We like to sass each other a lot here. I got a lot of folks that come around and just get sassy with me. For no good reason. They like to bully me. Yuki isn't here yet. Yuki will probably just come in here, call me yo little again, and then proceed to pretend like that's completely normal. I should get a Touhou game. I still have not asked Knuckles to recommend me any of the Touhou? Any of those games that would most certainly make me bleed out of my nose. You have a lot of venom in you and you microdose it by being a cunt. Oh no. That's not a healthy thing to do, but you know what? To each their own. To each their own! You know what I just thought about? Those, like, little shark gummy bears. They're not gummy bears, but they're like gummies, you know, like the shark ones? I guess they're dolphins in some places. I need some right now. You said I haven't had, yeah, because money. I don't have money. I'm probably never gonna end up getting one. In all complete honesty. Never gonna be getting a 2D model. At least until, like, I don't know. Unless I get real lucky. That's about it. I am still also working on learning to draw myself, so someday I'll have to make a little official character sheet myself and whatnot. So tell you how much do I think a model... We've had the same conversation the last time around. You recognize this? I still remember we had this exact conversation the last time around where you asked me how much did I think it cost, and I answered like a couple $1,000 because it does cost a lot of $1,000. But I swear we've had this conversation before. You forgot, you think? That's why you ask again? I think the complicated answer would be it depends on the person, right? But it's still, generally speaking, a lot of money. You can save up for it for sure. Dementia. Kurenai is just turning out like me. It's weird that I can remember this, because usually, maybe that's my thing. You know what's funny? I think I suck on the short-term memory, but then long-term memory sticks around, and I don't know how that works. Because usually, like, we'll be talking about something, and then somebody will, like, you know, respond to what something I say 5 seconds later, and I'll sometimes just forget that I was even talking about that. Fish on stream. 2 fish on stream. We got you, and we got El Pescado. But yeah. Hmm. I'm running out of coffee. I remember this now. I'm sad. I'm running out of freaking out of my damn powder for my coffee. Harpoon him? I'm not gonna harpoon el pescado. I may harpoon Scratch, but not el pescado, okay? Just Scratch. Nobody else. Cause he deserves it. The issue isn't that there's no money. Money just has to be saved up, right? It's not like anyone knows in advance that yes, you'll be streaming, so you'll need a model. It's only after you start streaming that you'll save money and then you get it, right? Yeah, I guess. It also depends on whether you even want one or not in the first place. There's also that. Scratch high. Why are you high again? Is that a seller? Kurenya is an artist that it came around a long while ago. Not particularly selling anything, but we talk about art sometimes. That's what you're saying, Wiki, to harpoon Scratch? I see. Scratch, why does, like, what is that image that flickers in your little thing? In your little, like, you know, I can't see what that is that flashes. Because I can't really tell. Even when I'm, like, looking at it in the Discord. Like, I get it kind of looks like a bell. Let you stop having the art conversation? Nah, it's fine. As long as it's a conversation. I don't really care. A bell, you think? It kind of does look like a bell, doesn't it? I don't think Scratch is gonna answer. I think Scratch is gets Scratch is just gonna stay quiet. This is a state secret. A little state secret from Scratch to us. If it is a bell, that'd be a little funny. It's just this entire time, it's just a bell. Nothing else. Nothing complicated. You don't see a bell? How do you not see a bell in your own thing? Yeah, you did show me your work. You did show me. I remember that. How has work been anyhow for ya? You been getting stuff flowing, commissions and whatnot? Stuff flowing. That's very descriptive. Not the frog knife again. Threatening aura. Such threatening aura. Let me see if anything's happened with any any VTubers. I remember there was like a bit of drama, a little bit about who was it? I don't even remember. Just some back and forths like there usually is with the random VTubers. Can't remember who it was though. Oh, what is this random video? Just two dudes fighting. Why do I get random videos like that? You caught the bell image? You think it's more ARG slop? Ah, I see. The Scratch ARG. It continues on. It's a bell and it says, do you copy? No wonder it's considered a teaser. Scratch is just trying to trying to sell his ARG again. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch it. I watched like the first part and then I forgot about it and that was it. Kurenai. You're doing the thing, Kurenai. Ay, 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 Kurenai. We're just having a normal convo. You see how this comes off weird? You gotta be weary of that. And you're not being mindful. Dead in the winter, like the merbag after you harpoon him. Why did I read that as winter? That says water. I read that as winter. Bro, I really cannot read sometimes. I need glasses. Somebody... How much do glasses cost? Now that I think about it. I need to see how much they cost. They gotta... Like, I always... Every time I hear about people... people freaking talking about, like, buying glasses, it's like, bleh. You mentioned your name so much, and now you don't feel like selling art to you. That's fine. You need to watch it to hate it, you think? You hate everything I do. We don't hate everything you do, Scratch. We just, you know, want to bully you every now and again. And sometimes toss you off of buildings. Occasionally. But that's like a different thing. That's just me. I mean, you are, you know, a little paper angel. You should be able to float in the air a little bit. And if not, I'll say that's false advertisement. Weren't you supposed to be streaming today anyhow, Scratch? Or is that, like, are you gonna do that later? I remember you saying you were gonna stream today. I just don't know when. Oh damn, it's getting like, yeah, cloudy as hell out there. I still didn't check the weather. That was what I had my phone in my hand forever and I just completely forgot that that was a thing I was gonna do. Check the damn weather to see whether this storm is gonna come around and destroy me. Cloudy. Yeah, it says that it should already be raining here, but it's not. Or, well, it will be, I guess, in like 20 to 30 minutes. I already hear it too. Now that I'm talking about it, I finally hear the bit of thundering in the distance. Lovely. You're so small, the wind takes you away, you little. Oh, shush. Oh, shush. It's not that bad. I'm not that little. I'm not that small. I'm not that small, alright? I'm a big boy, okay? Just because I'm not tall doesn't mean I'm gonna get fucking swept away by the winds. Mother Nature is not so cruel, or at least I'd like to believe. I just hope, like, something doesn't happen that causes the power to just go out at random. That would be tragic. Both because I don't have like a thing for my power outlet, so you know my computer isn't technically safe from power outage issues. I mean, it's gone through it before like once or twice and it's been fine, but computers can only take so much before they just before they start experiencing problems from that. I think it still should be good for like another hour. If it starts really thundering and raining a lot, then I'll probably call off the stream. just to be sure that my computer's not gonna get lightning struck to death or something. Better yet, the storm better just pass by around me, and that would be even better, but we can't. Can't be choosers. IRL stream, live tornado watch. That would be terrifying to watch. You ever seen those videos where like somebody's filming from their house, like the next house over, and they just see like the roof of that house that's literally in front of their house just go away? Makes you think, like, why aren't those people like, you're supposed to go down in your basement when you do that, and then they're just there filming stuff without being afraid that their own roof is just gonna go flying away. I don't understand these people. I guess they just gotta get the clout from all that action. Bleh. Shatter. What if you just got a shatter? Good on them. They're not pussies. I suppose they're not. I suppose but they're not. They are not. You are correct. Still stupid as hell. We can't, disregard that. But you're also right. They're kind of brave for that. I want to check around to see if anybody that I usually watch is doing their thing. Stoic is doing stuff. I guess today is one of those days that a lot of the people I follow aren't streaming. They'll either have a good story to tell or earn a Darwin Award. Yeah. I will be the one to just be in the basement and hide away in the corner and cry myself to sleep that day, because I am not gonna be in the gosh darn, you know. What am I talking about? I forgot. Oh, we just had a dementia moment. Already, I've forgotten. Whatever the hell I was talking about. Why is my PC blowing hot air? Stop that. Shush. And I'm not a coward. I'm just an intelligent little guy who will not throw himself into the winds. Exactly what a coward would say. You know, you're being awfully rude. Awfully rude. You're next for the wood chipper. You're just next. I don't know what else to do with you, Wiki. But you're going there. Feet first? Probably, because that would be rather painful. Feet first, head first would get you killed immediately, so you would not feel the pain. So, yes, I would say feet first. You need to experience destruction. I just saw a girl on the internet say she likes sucking on cheese. What an odd thing. What an odd thing. That makes me want some get creative. Sideways? I don't think there's a wood chipper wide enough to toss you in sideways. I think best we could do is like at an angle, but you still have to go feet first. You get what I mean? Because otherwise it's just not gonna work. I'm burping now. I'm yawning again. God damn. Now the streamer's calling you fat. I didn't say you're fat. I said that tossing you in sideways would require a wide mouth for the wood chipper. And the wood chipper's meant to like ship wood. Not sideways, but like forwards. That is simply the way it is. I'm sorry. Tis the way. Poggers. Okay, Pogiers, Pogarinos, Pagarni, Pagaroni and cheese. I love my Pogoronis. You know, I kind of want mac and cheese now, but like with bacon and stuff in there. You know, like a macaroni and cheese with like breaded chicken that's been baked very well. That's kind of like slotting it sideways. Paper shredder. Yeah, I guess paper shredder would be a human-sized paper shredder. I'm trying to think of the logistics of this. Like, would it have enough power? You know, it would need to have a lot of like power in the top bit, and it would need to be made out of some sturdy stuff if it's gonna be grinding down a whole person, dicing them up. Chip, 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 chip. Sorry, I just like went away. Put you in the skinny machine. The skinning machine from that one anime girl gif. That'll work? Jesus Christ. My brethren. That's certainly a way to go. Oh geez, I remember that animation a little too well. The way the organs fell out. Icky. Icky, icky. Times were different back then. Times were different. Nowadays, you show just a character of a particular archetype in an anime or just as a drawing, and you have the entirety of the internet that will just come after you. Not even the internet, just new internet people, I guess. You'd think she was still alive after that. Yeah, she was like twitching and stuff. She was like weirded. You know, it was just like a gruesome scene. Unpleasant thing to witness. I wonder how long it took that person to make that. Like, I want to know. And I want to know what else they've made, honestly. Like, is that just their whole shtick? Is that all they've made? Because I feel like there was more than one. I remember there being more than one of those when that first was, like, out. Longer than you'd like. Yeah. I guess artistically speaking, like, it's kind of impressive to make that. It's just gross. That's about it. That's really it. I don't like... Because sometimes it gets brought back, or at least, like, not even the actual GIF, just the image of the girl, like, standing there, and people tweak the fuck out. And you look at most of the people who are actually, like, tweaking out about it, and they're, they're, you know, like, not to be that guy, but they're the people that got into anime, like, during COVID, if that makes sense. And they tweak out a little harder than they need to. Instead of just being like, yeah, I think this is kind of weird and gross, they just, like, attempt to go on a crusade. And it's like, shell out. It's not that serious. And it just makes me chuckle a little, but in wariness. Because, like, I agree, it's kind of weird, but you gotta shell out a little. It's not that serious. Just some random thing some guy made a long time ago at this point. Wood. You've only ever watched like 3 anime, not counting Pokemon or Bakugan, because no one counts those. To be fair, Pokemon's... Yeah, nobody really counts those. Even though technically Pokemon is an anime. Bakugan, I guess technically is also an anime, but like... I don't know if... Was Bakugan a Western one? I don't know if... Bakugan's a weird... I don't know if Bakugan came from... I don't know if Bakugan was made in Japan. Because it could be like... Beyblade, but then again, I don't know if Beyblades were also. I mean, I'm sure Beyblades themselves were a thing, but the Beyblade show, I don't know if that was like a Japan thing first. They made a Western one later, you think? Maybe. But Knuckles, hail to thee. How are you doing, Knuckles? How are you doing? Knuckles, you need to suggest to me some Two-How games to someday play. Two-How, whatever. So that I can... Six? 6. Where does one obtain the game? Is it on Steam, or do I gotta go to another site to obtain it? Always start with 6. No. No to it's on Steam. It ain't on Steam. Okay, I'm just asking because I don't know. Okay, I'm asking because I don't know. You don't gotta call me little bro for that. They made us... It is dark in this room. The clouds just, like, came over here. It is, like, not even late yet. This storm's probably gonna go crazy. I mean, he is little. Come on now. You didn't have to go there. You did not have to go there. What are we doing today? Literally just talking. It's just yapping. Just passing the time. Because, one, I was tired and I didn't know what to do today. And two, there might be a storm, so stream is basically going to be possibly cut short anyhow. Damn, yeah. I apologize. You'll always go there. You go big or go home. You're a gambler, aren't you? You gamble, don't you? Oh, no, I don't want to see that. That's a robot Vaporeon. Always bet on Yo Little. Everybody's been calling me Yo Little now. It's like everywhere I go, I'm getting called Yo Little. You think we played blackjack in VC? Oh yeah, we did. I forgot about that. That was such a dumb little... It was like, it's fun for like 5 minutes and then it just gets boring. I'm not gonna lie. It just gets boring after a while. I don't get it. I guess, like, if you actually were playing for actual money, it would be a lot more exciting, a lot more treacherous, and worthwhile sticking around for, but when you're just, like, using fake points to play a card game to see if you win or lose those fake points, it's, like, kinda mediocre. Oh yeah, you're dedicated, addicted. Addicted to that grind of losing your fake virtual money. Meow. Fuck blackjack, your asses should be playing Blood Printer. Blood Printer again. You're shilling Blood Printer. Blood Printer. A game you didn't even... Well, I guess you decided to make it, but, like, you didn't even, like, do much with it. Yeah, but isn't everything just about seeing number go up? You'd know, streamer? Yes and no. On one hand, number will not go up eventually. There's a certain cap. On the other hand, I don't know. I forgot. Game's so good, you only could be bothered to work on it for 2 days. Strange as it may be, you did it though. That's more than I could say. I didn't make a game, so... Uh-oh, the knife ear is here. Who this? Who? Wiki? That's Wiki. Wiki and the elf just go back and forth. Just going off of their race tensions, I guess. Is that Scratch but dolphin? Yeah, that's a Murbag or Scratch Mur. We still have not decided on the official name. Scratchbag posted that into his own thing, and like it flashes to like some bell. I forgot what it said. Wiki posted what it said, but I forgot something about returning or hold on. Oh no, do you copy? That's what it said. It flashes to a bell and it says do you copy. So we think it's for a it's for his little ARG thing, possibly. Mermaid, Scratch Bag, Scratch Maid. But Scratch Maid is already a thing. That's his like maid outfit model toggle thing. Imagine accidentally summoning one funny big guy who's not in fact funny and is in fact big and maybe a guy, but I don't know because it's just a thing. Like Cthulhu, for example. I want to conduct evil operations. What the fuck am I on about? I don't know. You go DI. I don't think you should go die. You go dinner? Didn't you already get something to eat? Or am I tripping? I guess that was more of a snacky. Go get dinner then. Go get dinner. Go din din. Consume. Tell us what you eat though. I'm curious. I'm curious about your food, what you're eating. I want to know if it's something fancy or something simple. Scratch said he was getting himself some mac and cheese from what was it? Pizza Hut or some pizza place. I don't remember. 10 p.m. dinner. You won't actually eat, you'll make a trip down to kitchen? Oh, come on. If you're hungry, eat. The thunder is getting louder. I guess you technically did eat already. What was I gonna check? Ah, fuck. No, wait. I was already on this. This is my other tab. I don't car. Bye, Yuki. Have a great one. You ate once today. Yuki, you gotta eat more than once. Eat more than once. The streamer shit hits pants and pretends it's thunder. No, that's gross and weird. Gross and weird. Okay, don't make this weird. You're gonna make it weird. My brain just like died again. I need to stop that. Eat bread. I do have bread. Maybe I should have eaten some like, you know when I earlier said in the VC that I was gonna like, that I should probably eat something before I get on stream? I didn't do that. I forgot completely to do that as well. I really am an old man. What a way to live. What a way to live. Who's played Silksong here? You had brain-eating amoebas once. Poor fellows died of hunger. Oh, glorious little amoebas. Attempting to survive in that coffin of yours. That is your mind. I do not blame them. They tried their best. They just weren't successful. I want marshmallows. I kind of want marshmallows now. Well, there is no marshmallows available. I want big marshmallows. Hmm. You're watching like two different people play Silk Song? Hmm. Let me guess. One of those people is Scratch, assuming he's streaming right now. No, he's not. What the hell? One sucks ass and the other is almost done, you think? The duality of man. You're either very good or very bad. No in between. No in between. Or I should say, you get noticed for either being really bad or being really good. You don't get noticed for being okay. That's a little odd. Just a little odd, but that is the way the wind blows. And it blows hard. I am probably never going to play either of the games, Silksong or Hollow Knight. You're not watching them like right now, just in general? Oh, in general. Well, I got that. I was just making... I was just checking, you know? Because I'm still holding Scratch to his word. Nah, that boy is gonna stream whenever he wants. Cause he asked it. I think it was before you got into the VC. He was going like, "Should I stream today? Cause I want to play the thing again." And we were like, "Stream it if you want, bro." And your ass does not watch Scratch. True, but now that you're here, you could watch Scratch. Not right now, cause he's not streaming, but at some point in the future. Nah, you were there for that. Oh, right, the whole... Yeah, I remember now. I want one of those, like, big sticks that are used for whacking people. Like the ones they use in martial arts, I guess. I don't know what they're called. A staff. I suppose. It's just a staff. I want one. You could watch Scratch, but then again... Well, who do you watch? What do you watch? I assume if you do even watch streams, you watch them on YouTube. Like I said, assuming you even watch a stream, because I know plenty of people don't. I think you're one of the people that got into the server because you watched his videos. Gotta go. Going to the theater. Ooh. Have a great time at the theater. Have fun. May the gods bless you. May the stars shine in your honor. We'll see you around, Knuckles. I wonder what Knuckles is gonna watch. You used to. You were never a big streamer guy. That's fair. I for the longest time also didn't watch streamers until like a couple of years ago. Literally until like COVID hit, basically. Like when COVID hit, that's when I basically became a streamer watcher. And that's about it. I think that's the story for a lot of other people. And when you do, it's usually a friend. Supporting the real ones. The real ones who support. Someday, you're gonna lose all your hair. Remember that. So appreciate your hair while you still have it, because you're gonna lose it one day. What if I flew a jet? Gotta support the homies? Exactly. I want to fly a plane and not do any mischievous acts with said plane, except maybe roll around in the air. You will probably be bald, yeah, for now. You got this longish hair. I'm gonna lose my hair too eventually. Someday, I don't know when. It'll come to me. It'll arrive when it arrives, and it'll be a tragic day. And then I'll have to be baldolado forever. To be accurate. Well, to be fair, there's also like 12 million different surgeries you could apply to yourself, or ointments or whatever the hell. that are supposed to work. To, like, have your hair remain. It always does. The genes do not support having hair. That's a weird thing too. You would think, like, I don't know. Human genes when it comes to hair is weird because even if you have like a lot of hair, like everywhere, your genes are still like gonna be like, your head, yeah, you're gonna lose hair specifically there and nowhere else. Like, what's the point of that? What's the point of losing head hair? That doesn't make sense. What has happened in human history that losing your hair has been considered to be a good adaptation? Like, did we have like a massive issue with lice or something? Because I feel like that's the only thing that could possibly have occurred. The one place you want hair to be, exactly. The one place you want hair to be while all the rest of your body also grows, like, especially if you're the type of person who has like a hairy body and then like you still have a good chance of losing your head hair. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Imagine losing your PP in the war. That would be quite unpleasant to do or to have happen to you. I want to have highly enriched uranium in my tummy. Your choices are either Sasquatch but bald or Sasquatch regular. Precisely. No in between. Precisely. What a world we live in. You know what I just remembered? Those bum ass freaking Resident Evil. Yeah, it was the movies. Like, you remember the old movies? I don't even know if you've like watched the old Resident Evil movies. They're bad. They're just bad. I mean, I don't remember how bad because I scarcely remember it, but I remember watching it myself and not thinking very, very much of it other than it was just a dumb movie. Oh my goodness. What a time. Maybe one of them was good. You think you watched like one? I feel like maybe one was okay. You vaguely remember it? They were in a prison or a hospital or something. I don't. I remember there was one where they were having a fight scene like outside. I don't remember the actual settings though. It was like snowy, I think, and that's about it. That's all I remember. I think. It is a travesty that such things occurred in the first place. But it is what it is. Imagine paying $100 for a sketch. $100 for a sketch. Resident Evil Afterlife? Was that the movie? Look it up? Okay, you looked it up. Let me see. I can't read. Spell. Resident Evil Afterlife. That's one of them. That's for sure. I don't know if that was the only one, but that was certainly one of them. If it was the only one, then yeah, then I was wrong. But I feel like there was more than one. Let me see. Resident Evil movies. film series. Let's see. There's Resident Evil in 2002, Resident Evil Apocalypse in 4, Resident Evil Extinction in 2007, Resident Evil Afterlife in 2010, Resident Evil Retribution in 2012, and Resident Evil Final Chapter in 2016. They made one in 2016? I feel like I remember Retribution happening, but I didn't know they made one more in 2016. What a fucking... Damn, imagine starting a series. I mean, I guess I was gonna say, like, imagine starting a series like that long ago in, like, the early 2000s, but then again, I'm pretty sure that's what Marvel did. When did Iron Man 1 come out? Let me see. Okay, that was like 2008 though. And was that the first Marvel, like, main Marvel movie from, like, the you know, that everybody knows? I forget if they have a specific name for the thing, because I know other Marvel movies have come out before. I know there was the Hulk movie that one time. Hmm. You were talking about the live-action Scooby-Doo movies with someone a while ago. Those things were wild. Oh yeah, I remember those. They were. I remember them being fun, but I don't remember much about them specifically, if I'm being honest. Just that they were fun. That's about it. Do you remember the animated ones? The ones that were like, I think they were like CD movies. There was the one where they are like at a haunted house, but there's like pirates and stuff. There's the one where they're in the computer realm or whatever. Fucking Scrappy Doo in Rwanda Atkinson mech trying to steal the mystery gang's souls. Holy shit. I did not remember that. You remember the animated ones too? Those were good. Those were nice. I freaking loved those. I wouldn't mind rewatching them. I feel like they've definitely probably shown their age a bit, but I feel like they'd still be fun. Damn, I gotta freaking I gotta piss. I'll be back in a bit. Shaggy having a red shirt fucked you up. All right, he had like a I don't know if he had the red shirt in the movie. I remember there being a on one of the covers he definitely had a red shirt, but I don't know if he had a red shirt in the movie. That's just not right. True enough. I gotta piss. I'll be back. I'm back. Back. Let me see. He also had a red shirt in Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School. The Ghoul School. I don't remember the Ghoul School. I may not have watched the ones where he had a red shirt. I'm gonna be honest. I think there was one where Shaggy. Where was it? They were like in a desert or something, and there was like aliens and stuff. And I think Shaggy got jiggy with one, or got, one as a love interest or something like that. Something weird like that. Man, what other good movies were around back then? I'm trying to think about older movies. It's weird that, like, I can't think. If I try to think about, like, any modern good movies, it's a little hard. Like, there are some that are probably good. Like, I heard the current Superman was a pretty good one. The most recent one. You only remember the Ghoul School because you had a crush on the ghost girl as a kid? Aww. That's kind of funny. But that's kind of cute. I had a crush on the ghost girl. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've ever had like a crush on any character. He did try to get with the demon in one of the live action, wait, he tried to get with the demon in the live action one you were talking about? Oh. Yeah, I don't remember a lot from the live action one. I remember it existing. I don't remember a lot from it. But that would make sense. It is his nature, apparently, to attempt raising up random ass characters in random ass movies for no good reason. Just to do it. Just to do it. What other movie was around back then? Have you ever watched the, let me think about this one. I think it was like a... Fuck. It was a live action one in which it was, when was it even based? It was like a vampire hunter one, but he didn't just hunt vampires. I think it was, not Helsing. I think it was, fuck, I don't remember the name, but it was like a dude in like the 1800s, and he would like hunt down mainly like the main vampire people were like the main bad guys. Wait, no, you do remember the one I was talking about, the alien chick with black hair and a headband, something like that. Yeah, that. Because they were in like some canyons. I think they were in like some when regarding that movie, I think they were in like some national park or something, and there's like aliens there. I think that was what the movie was about. But the other one I'm talking about, the Val Helsing, I think it was. Hold on. Val Helsing. Yeah, it was Val Helsing 2000. It was in 2004. Fucking Van Helsing. Sorry, Van Helsing. That movie was something. I feel like I gotta rewatch that for real, even though it's probably kind of mediocre. Scooby Doo and the Alien Invaders, was that one it? Scooby Doo and the Alien. Yep, yes it was. Scooby Doo and the Alien Invaders. It's fucking weird ass aliens. I know that there's like the costume ones. Where's the chick that Shaggy tries to... Oh, right. I forgot that the alien chick disguised herself. And the dog was an alien too. Right, because the chick disguised herself as like a... yeah, the black-haired girl with the hairband. And then, yeah, the dog was also a love interest for Scoob. And she was what, like a blue alien chick, basically? She was just like a blue... Not even that alien-looking alien. She's just some blue alien. And then the dog is like some bipedal, digitigrade, bug-looking thing, I'm gonna be honest. Kind of a bug. But yeah, that movie was good. It was fun. Shoko! Hail to thee, how are you doing? One was a lizard, the other was like a blob. Yeah, a lizard and a blob, essentially. The trout, it's spinning, it is spinning. Procrastinating, understandable. We love procrastination at times in which we should not procrastinate. That's a tough word. I don't like saying that word. Procrastinate. I'm looking at very interesting drawings on the internet. That's what I'm doing. We were talking here about like random movies we remember from I guess now mainly the 2000s. You remember the one fuck. It was like an astronaut makes it to like a looking at porn on the stream. That is not what I'm doing. You silly goober. Not what I'm doing. I said interesting drawing, not porn. Very different things. But and lying to us. Well, I don't lie. I'm an honest man. I'm an honest man who tells things honestly. Why would you two ever think such heinous lies about me? Such buffoonery is befalling you two. It's probably furry porn. It is not porn or furry related. Okay? Without a doubt. You two really are yanking my chain right now. I forgot what I was gonna say. It's now like gone. The memory is often in the void. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. I lost my train of thought because of you two. Hi. I don't know what I'll stream tomorrow. Movie? Yeah. Movie. The one where an astronaut. It was like I think it may have been the Pixar one. It was like a 3D one, and this like astronaut lands on like an alien planet, but the alien planet is basically Earth, kinda, or like a lot of their like the design for stuff is like it's basically the whole shtick is that the whole like, oh, an alien has landed on Earth. It's basically that shtick except reverse. It's like the astronaut has landed on the alien planet, and all the aliens are like kind of, once they discover him, are kind of going crazy a little bit, and they get the military, which is basically just the U.S. military but aliens and whatever the hell. I don't know if it was a Pixar one though. And I forget what that movie was. I remember the aliens being just green people with like the antennae, and that's it. You vaguely remember the character, and you vaguely remember the concept. Yeah, I'm vaguely remembering the movie in general. I'm gonna try to look it up. Astronaut lands on alien planet. I don't remember if it was like a Pixar. Planet 51. That's the one. Planet 51. I just got it. Was it even a Pixar movie? Let me see. Animated. Blah, blah, blah. No. It was a co-production between Spain, the United Kingdom, the United States, not New Line of Cinema, and sold by Sony Pictures. Okay. Weird. I didn't know it was like an international thing. An international attempt at making a movie. It does not have the greatest reviews on IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes. I don't blame them. I don't think the movie was all that good. Now I'm looking at random things again. Mario, you know what I dislike about my computer? Sometimes I'll get this like weird thing where certain like things on Twitch just don't appear, and I have to like delete my cache on my computer. Not money, but like the, cache. How do you spell it? CACHE. That cache. Just in order to get the things to pop up again. Sometimes it'll be like chat doesn't decide to pop up, or the about me page on like a streamer's thing doesn't pop up, and it's weird. Don't know why that happens. Mars Needs Moms is a movie that fucked you up as a kid. Oh my god, Mars Needs Moms. Dude, I forgot that was even a thing. Yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, it's like a it's like a matriarchal society where all the boys just get left in like the junkyard, that place, and all the girl aliens get taken up to like actually be civilized people. Yeah, don't they steal the kid's mom? And there's like one guy, yeah, there's that one guy from Earth, the fat guy, who's just like been living up on Mars, I think for like a long while, that like helps the kid try to find his mom. I forgot that movie existed. Doesn't seem to have good reviews either. Yeah, they kidnapped his mom. Fucking took his mom, bro. For what purpose, bro? For what purpose do they steal a woman? I don't know. They can't even do much with her. Like, they're not the same species. Like, I don't I don't understand what the plan was. There's a wild little concept. They really made movies about anything back in those days. Back in just, I feel like the 2000s were just whatever people could come up with. There was gonna be a movie about that. And now it's kind of still the same, sorta, kinda, but instead of it being like random one-offs from like random, like not connected to any series, it's like the same thing but connected to like mainstream things. It scarred you because they took his mom after they had a fight, and you remember being scared they were gonna kidnap your mom if you had fights. That's so sad. That's so sad. But kinda cute. You are a goofy ass kid. I don't think I ever really had any thoughts like that when I was a little guy. A littler guy by your standards. Honestly, was there any? I'm trying to think back to see if there was any movie like that managed to convince me that it was like somehow real. Yeah, I was waiting for that. Still are. You're still gonna be going into the cooking pot. That's the reality of the situation. I remember not liking the Shucky movies. I remember those movies really messing with me. I don't know why. They like scared me a lot. Like, and this is funny considering I also had watched things like Alien and other like more like objectively more horrifying movies than like Shucky. But Shucky, for whatever reason, I don't know, it just like it creeped me out a lot when I was younger. You had a good run. Yep. And now you're gonna have a good boil. I want a cookie. But there's no cookie. No cookie to have. What a sad day. Okay, sorry. There we go. You were afraid when you were watching Signs. Which one was Signs? If you did not mind me asking, because I don't remember. Not even a horror movie. Then what could it have possibly been? You were a stupid child. What was the movie about? I don't remember any movie called Signs. It's the idea that a movie that isn't even a horror. I mean, I guess it's not that uncommon for like non-related things to scare people, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I was like. I just don't remember enough about my own childhood, I think. That's the issue. I can't come up with examples about aliens and the end of the world. Well, that's just like a big ass concept, you know? That concept in its own is a bit dreadful for a child, anyhow. Even if it's not a horror movie. It is a horror movie. What are you talking about? Hold on. Signs, the 2002 one? Yeah, that was a horror movie. But like they had the aliens run through the dark in the houses and shit. Yeah. You said it wasn't even a horror movie. That was a horror movie. You're just not remembering it as a horror movie, but it was. I just looked it up. You thought it was a thriller? Is there much of a difference between a thriller and a horror movie? Like, realistically? Because I feel like they're both basically the same thing. Just in one, there might be I guess, more focus on the suspense of things than, like, the horror aspect. But yeah, it was a horror movie. I mean, let me see the actors, because I may have watched it. If I see who the actors are... Yeah, I've watched this before. It had the guy that played the Joker and, like, the two kids and the father, right? Yeah. You think one has more focus on the tension? Yeah. But yeah, I've watched this movie before. I understand why. Yeah, this movie was, like, kind of creepy. But their weakness... Dude, I still remember the weakness to... Like, the aliens' weakness was water. Like, I think they were on Earth because... If I remember correctly, they were there... No, I don't know if they were there because they wanted the water or... I remember they had the weakness to the water. That's about it. It was like the dad, the two kids, and I don't remember the connection the other guy had, the one that placed the Joker in the Joker movie, right? But he was there too in the house for some reason. I think he may have been an uncle or something like that. I genuinely don't remember. It's a long time ago. You think they take the two children and dip because the world was ending? I don't think the world... Was the world ending in the movie? 'Cause I don't feel like that was the case. Hold on, let me look up what the movie was even about. Blah, blah, blah. Signs. Okay, Wikipedia. They're just looking. I despise when Wikipedia randomly is like, give us money. It's like, no. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to look up what it was actually about. Okay, plot. Former Episcopal priest Graham Hess lives in a rural farm with his asthmatic preteen son, Morgan, and young daughter, Bo. Yeah, Graham's younger brother, Merrill, a failed minor league baseball player. Yeah, okay, so that was... The other guy was the brother of Graham, the dad. Large group of crops appears in the Hesse's cornfield. Blah, blah, blah. One night. Blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to see where... Okay, to the family's continued horror, news footage emerges out of Brazil. Undeniably, at that point, an alien that can blend into its surroundings. Yes, I remember that scene. Then they invade the world, so that happens. And then, yeah, the aliens, like, they leave Earth. So they, like, come to Earth, they briefly invade it, and then they dip because I think of the rain. Hold on. Yeah, they just go away from Earth as if something scared them off. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they discovered that during the fight, water is toxic to the aliens. And okay, they may have not specified why the aliens like skedaddle away, but I'm pretty sure it was because they're it's just like, you know, Earth has a lot of water and it rains, and the aliens were like, oh shit, because they're like, it's toxic to them for whatever reason, and so there was an invasion, and then they just dip, and that's it. That's about it. You're so pissed you remember an alien movie where the world is going to end, and in the end, some family gives up two children to save the species. Um, I feel like that could have also been a movie. Because that sounds like a plot for a movie, but I don't know. Are you sure? Because I remember there being like hella end of the world movies, but I don't know if any of them included in their plot like an alien thing. Knowing? Let me see. Knowing. Movie. 2009. Let me see the plot to this. In October 1959, an elementary school in Lexington celebrates its opening. Okay, I'm gonna skip like a bunch of this. 50 years later, in a time capsule opened 50 years later, when the current class distributes drawings among the students, Lucinda's paper is given to Caleb, whatever. John studies the sheet and discovers Lucina's numbers and dates, death tolls, geographical coordinations. Okay, yeah, it's definitely this one. The movie is knowing, yeah. I remember it. I remember this plot as well. That, like, the guy was, like, looking over the papers and, like, calculating, like, you know, where and how many people were gonna be dying. Let's see. I don't remember if it was aliens themselves. I think it was just, like, the end of the world. His wife died. Okay. The Great Sun is represented. Also discovers that 2 digits of Lucinda's message are not numbers, but 2 reverse letter E's, matching the message left by Lucinda under her bed, everyone else, implying an extinction level event. During the search, blah blah blah. Learns that a massive solar flare with the potential to destroy all life will strike the Earth on the last date it indicates by the message. Let's see. The beings acting as extraterrestrial angels are leading children to safety on interstellar arcs. John is told he cannot go with them because he never heard the whispering, so he convinces grief-stricken Caleb to leave with Abby. The two are taken away, and the Ark, along with many others, leave Earth. So yeah. It's like, yeah, it's a solar flare. You forgot how many allusions to the Bible that movie has? Yeah. It was basically like a girl having a premonition about a biblical event that was to occur. And then I guess that's where like the aliens, you know, come in. Like they pose. I don't know if they pose as angels, but I guess like the angels posing as aliens might be. Hold on. Yeah, the beings acting as extraterrestrial angels. So I guess both. They're aliens that act as angels, I guess, or are. technically the angels and they save the children. Weird. Kind of forgot about that part, but I did remember the beginning part. The equivalent, yeah. The equivalent. That's a weird movie. Still, like, cool, though. Like, conceptually a cool movie. I don't know why we can't have cool movies like that today. Just throw some cool concepts out there. And let people fuck around. Let people discover things. You are complete now that you remembered. I'm glad that you feel fulfillment in your discovery. Ay, stretch time. Ay, Dios mío. Me old bones. The only other movie I remember that's like that is just the 2012 End of the World movie. There was like a couple of End of the World movies, and that was like they just all had the same concept. They weren't very interesting though. It was just literally the world is ending because 2012 has arrived or something like that. And the whole Mayan calendar debacle. You hate being able to describe stuff but not remember the name. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that very much. Because that happens to me too, where something's right at the tip of my tongue and I remember bits of and pieces of information, but then nothing else. And then that just gets stuck with me for the entirety of the bloody day. It just sucks. You used to like Armageddon movies, but they all feel the same now. It's like, I'm pretty sure that's because they were all the same. The only one that I can think was different that may not be like a full-on Armageddon movie is the one where there's like an ice storm and there's the people that are like in New York who are like in the building. I forgot what that movie was called, but that one, I think that one was like pretty alright. Because at least it was different, it wasn't like things blowing up and asteroids coming from the sky. It was just like a new ice age or something like that was the plot. There was like a sudden ice storm that was like crazy cold, and the people were trying to figure out how to like live and like see if they can escape or whatever. You were a conniption trying to you were having a conniption trying to find the Tasmanian Tiger 2 Brush Rescue. You remember the enemies and the level. Oh yeah, the Ice Age one. Yeah. I don't remember what that movie was called, but I think that one was alright from what little I remember from it. I think that's all like the movie knowledge I got in my head. Ay, Dios mío. Was it the day after tomorrow? The day after tomorrow. 2004. Oh yeah, it definitely was. You know what that reminds me of? Battle for Los Angeles, I think is the movie. That movie was kind of cool. I mean, the aliens aren't very alien, but that the movie in general was just like a cool movie. I don't know if you remember that one. I kind of wish there were. I always have like a what's it called? I guess a fascination with like that kind of animation for stuff, that kind of sci-fi, that the style of it. Like Shappy had something similar to it. Obviously, there was like District 9. You don't think you've seen Battle for Los Angeles? It's basically, I guess to spoil it, if you don't mind me spoiling it, because the concept is pretty simple. It's aliens attacking Los Angeles. And then you're following like a group of Marines, I think. I think they're Marines. I don't remember. They may have been just army dudes. I think they're Marines though. But yeah, there's like an attack, mainly in Los Angeles, and you just follow the U.S. dudes trying to, yeah, the U.S. Marines, basically trying to take back Los Angeles, because the first, as you can imagine, uh, they sort of get squad wiped a little bit in the beginning. Literally, like, the aliens crash in the water with like some vessel, and then they just come out of the beaches just slaughtering everybody. It's like, it's not even a war. It's like technically they're going on like a war of extinction. They're like trying to just murder everybody for the resources, I think. It was a cool movie. It was a cool movie. I did like the animation for the aliens and whatnot. Even though by today's standards, it's like eh. Like at the time it was cool, but looking back on it, the aliens are not so alien. They're still too human in the way they do things, or a little bit illogical here and there. But that's fine. It's whatever. The movie literally came out in like 2011. What was that? There was like a movie that came out a little while ago. It was a sci-fi one, kind of like similar in style to like Shappy and District 9. I forgot what it was called. It was like a newer one. Independence Day. Yeah, I haven't watched Independence Day in a while. Independence Day is okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest fan of Independence Day. Truly a heretical thing to say. I think it's just because it's aged for me. I don't know. Like, if I sat down and watched it, I'm sure it'd be fine and I'd enjoy it, like, as it is, but I don't know. It feels like it's just meh today for me. You know what movie I haven't watched that's an old one? Is it Edge Runner? You don't like Top Tier, but it's not like Top Tier, but it's a fun shut your brain off movie, yeah. Blade Runner, I think is the one I've not watched, like the original Blade Runner. I've not watched that one. I want to watch it. I think I've watched bits of it, but I've not watched like the whole movie. It's probably because I've watched like a video essay or two on it that basically explains the whole movie, and I feel like that's where I'm getting my like memories of that movie from. I guess technically I also haven't watched the newer one, like the more recent one, not new, but the one with the guy that everybody says he's literally me. You think you've ever seen clips, and it's mostly from memes, yeah. It's like I've not watched both of them, the old one and the new one. They'd probably be alright movies. I mean, I'm sure, like, I miss, like, cool sci-fi like that. Like District 9, Blade Runner. I need more varied sci-fi. Like, I feel like most of the sci-fi that we see nowadays just isn't, it doesn't have that like appeasing aesthetic to it. At least like it's all too similar. The old is regarded very well. Yeah, I've heard it is. I gotta sit down and just like binge both of them at once. Or both of them like one after the other. But yeah, I wish sci-fi was just more varied today. It all feels too samey. Unless you're just talking about specific things, it just feels the same. Yeah, it's all been done, so it all feels the same. Yeah, I guess. That might be it, that it all has just been done. And therefore, you're kinda... just kinda cooked when it comes to finding new stuff. Where's that one thing I was gonna check on before I clicked on something else? Damn. Oh well, I forgot it. Whatever that piece of information I had in my mind was, I think it's gone. I like redid a thing, and I thought it was gonna pop up again, but it didn't. Unfortunate. Honestly, you expected worse. You recently watched the newest Mission Impossible movie. I've never watched a single one. Those movies have just not been something that I have ever watched. I feel like I should. Maybe like one or two. Neither have I watched the Indiana Jones movies. None of them. You think you only watched that one to the end? I feel like there's so many movies I've just not watched. So many. So many. That have possibly been very good, and I've just missed out on because I just haven't bothered to watch. I want to see what new movies are coming out though. Like, I'm trying to think, because I don't remember any trailers recently, nor any news anywhere. You also didn't watch Dune? Didn't watch the first one? Oh. Oh, you only watched Dune 2, but didn't watch the first one. I didn't directly watch... Well, I guess I did watch 1 and 2. Not directly, though. So I didn't get, like, the full context of the both movies. But I watched enough stuff that I'm like, yeah, I basically watched the movie. It was a cool one. Cool series. I don't know how they're gonna end that one off, though. Because I think they technically would need, like, a... I don't know if it's, like, 2 more movies from what I heard from the books. Like, because there's, like, a bunch of books on it. Like, one more movie most certainly cannot be it for the Dune series. It's probably gonna be, like, 2, maybe even 3 more movies before it's, like, capped off. Or is done. Unless they just do, like, the type of thing where they make, like, one more and then kind of give it a break for a while and then do the last part at some point. A lot of the time, you don't remember whether you watched a movie or watched a summary, you think, and you think you watch it. Yeah, that happens to me all the time because I like to watch a bunch of video essays about all types of stuff that I didn't watch just because I want to know about it. And I end up just knowing about the movie or show or whatever through that medium rather than actually watching it. So I get the same problem. Yeah, you do the same. I do it because I don't have the means a lot of the time to actually go out and watch these things. So I just end up doing that instead. But yeah. You know, every time I bring this up, Scratch always tells me to just, like, pirate it or whatever, and I'm like, bro, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to pirate things, bro. He keeps telling me to just pirate something, and I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Bro thinks I have knowledge. I don't. I lack the knowledge. All of it. A lot of time you don't care enough to watch a movie. You never really cared about the spoilers, even for media you like. I feel like that's kind of reasonable, I guess. It might be weird to some people, though. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like most people are gonna look at us and just be like, why? Why don't you just go watch The Thing? It's like, I don't know. I guess I just would rather know about it than to, like, not know and not be able to watch The Thing. My tummy kind of doing something right now. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. I gotta figure that out so that I don't end up like today. I should figure it out. You don't want to watch The Thing? You want to watch The Thing about The Thing? I feel like that's a bad... like that might be a bad habit though, because then technically our thoughts about said thing are not our own, if that makes sense, right? We'll have other people's opinions about the thing in our head, and you also got to remember that information is portrayed in a certain way. So maybe something that one guy thinks is bad, like the person making the video thinks is bad and is portrayed as bad, might not be as bad as they portray it to be if you actually watched it yourself. So there is that danger of other people's opinions becoming our own. That's the downside. You gotta be real careful with that. Because there's... I know there's like that new TV show, the Alien TV show. Well, I don't know what it actually is called, but it's like part of the Alien franchise. That's just like come out recently. And I know nothing about it, and I also am just beginning to watch videos on on that. Well, I'm not gonna speak on something I haven't seen myself. You're just curious. True enough, true enough. That's fair. A fair thing. Yeah, I feel like I watch a lot of videos on shows I don't even want to watch. Like the one I was just talking about, the Alien one. Like, I don't think I'm gonna watch that ever, but I want to know about it just in case. In case it comes up in conversation or something, just to have something to talk about. And my throat is a little dried up. Sorry about that. Oh my god. You live under a rock? you live under a rock on this shit. You never seen Squid Game? Me neither, bro. I'm never gonna watch it. It's just not a show that intrigues me. I have no reason to watch it. I got no reasons to be interested in watching it. It feels overblown. It just feels overhyped, in my opinion. You know what I do want to watch, though? I want to watch some, like, old mecha anime. Because I do like the mecha genre a bit. It's just cool to see giant robots. I'm a simple man. I see giant robot, I enjoy. There's so much... I have the bad tendency of, like, going on and off when it comes to, like, watching stuff. I'll watch something for a couple of episodes in, like, one day, and then forget to watch it the next day, like, continue watching it. And then I forget to I just forget about it. Like, I'll watch a couple of episodes, like what I'm watching, and then just forget that I'm watching it. And then I have to, like, later on rewatch all the episodes that I already watched, and then continue on from that point on, so that I could actually remember what I was watching. That's something dumb I do. A little too often. It might be because when I usually go on a binge to, like, watch a bunch of stuff, it's too many things instead of just watching one thing. You barely watch stuff, because you fall off shows, either give you it all in one go, or you don't, or don't give it to you at all. I guess. For me, I just literally forget. I forget, and, like, that's it. Beginning and end of that combo. I guess for you, movies would be more better, right? You'd just be better off with watching a movie than watching a show about the same thing. Because I can understand that, I suppose. That makes sense. Yeah, no, no, it's because you're stupid. Okay, never mind. It's just because you're dumb. Maybe that one meme you posted is a little more true than I thought it was. We are great minds that think alike, so to speak. Bones. To be fair, I also spend a lot of my time nowadays just watching streams rather than watching shows and whatnot. So that's also another reason. I just like watching streamers, and so I don't watch a lot of other stuff. Which is probably not good. That's probably one of the reasons I have a very hard time having conversations, I guess. Like, in just chatting streams. You've been watching a show with friends, it's easier to stay on that because you have to organize these things. Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, if it's like a sort of. Not mandated, that's not. If you have a sort of obligation towards it, it makes a lot more. It's easier. Yeah. You watch a lot of YouTube, like all the time. Yeah. That's our, like, you know how people talk about like boomers constantly being on the TV? Well, that's us now, except with YouTube and Twitch. We are just like them. We're just watching different things rather than what they watch. You need stimulation. You gotta get that detox, bro. You gotta detox. You gotta detox. You don't know? You gotta detox from the dopamine. I feel like that stuff is bullshit. You need stimulation of any kind. Something has to be in your ears all the time. I don't know. If I'm in my room, I feel that way. If I'm out somewhere, I don't feel that way. But yeah, if I'm inside, it's like, yeah, I gotta be doing something. Watching somebody. Because what else am I gonna do? I can play games, sure. But it's like, that's basically the same thing. It's either play games or watch somebody or like practice whatever I'm deciding to practice, whatever whim I get. Because sometimes I get these like a couple of like days to weeks where I want to do a thing. And so I do that for a while, and then eventually that falls off, and I never continue it. Or I will pick it up at some later time. Well, if you're somewhere, it's easy to take your mind off the silence. Yeah, that too, I guess. If you can't deal with yourself a little bit, or if it's bothersome. Makes me think that this might not be the healthiest thing to do, but it's whatever. It's whatever. It's like, ooh, it's not, the end of the world. Obviously, you don't listen to the stuff when you're talking to someone. Yeah, that would just be rude. Very rude. But yeah, like if you're on your own, just in your own place chilling, you may as well. Because, like, what else are you going to do? I guess you could, like, it's either watch something, do a hobby, or work on something that's like not a side hustle per se, but just working on something. What's one more self-destructive habit on top of the mountains of others? Exactly. It's already like a mountain of stuff that it doesn't matter. I guess it could matter in the long run if you're trying to get rid of the self-destructive habits. To just chip away at one, because if you manage to chip away at one, then that increases the chances of chipping away at two, and so on and so forth. But at the same time, it's like, what is it doing, And I'm all for having yourself be better, but sometimes, how do I say this? There's not really a reason, right? If there's not a reason to be better, it's kind of hard to want to be like better off anyhow, and it's like, yeah. Also, because you're lazy. Yeah, also that. That reality. That sometimes you're just lazy. You just don't want to do much. You don't want to change things, because what's the point? I feel like for me, that's basically the case. It's just that. It's just like what really is the point. There's no reason for it, so I'm not gonna do it. If there was a reason, then I'd do it probably. But if there's no reason, then I'm not doing it. I'm sorry for all these yawns. This is literally the most normal thing that happens in every one of my streams. I stretch and yawn like 50 times. Why should you change things if the different you is just gonna have different problems? A very healthy mindset. I just hope that I stick to like at least some stuff that's good. Like I really want to stick to drawing. Like I've once again for like the millionth time am starting to learn drawing again, and this is a thing that has been on and off for like years, so I really want to stick to this time around. That would be appreciated. If I could just stick to this thing that I've obviously wanted to do for such a long time. Just stick to it. Stick to it for like more than a month. That would be cool. Like if I've got one good thing going for me, that would be fine. I would be chill. Just one good thing. Otherwise, like everything else can just go away. Don't care. But there's one thing, like make it stick. But I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. I do want to get better though. You bounce from hyperfixation to hyperfixation. I don't even get hyperfixations, bro. I just like I'm boring, I guess. I get bored and I eventually want to do something. Or, you know what sucks? What happens to me a lot of the times is that I get these like bouts of like, the whole meme about like having no energy in the day and then having a bunch of energy like when you go to sleep. The only thing that sucks is 40k, and even that you only care about the lore. Yeah, that stuck. Sorry, not that sucks. That stuck. That's also cool. But then again, like I guess that is kind of a hobby, and you can talk to people with that. So there is that. But yeah, I sometimes get these like bouts of like a lot of energy and wanting to do something with it, but I'm also at the same time like dead ass tired. I'm tired, but I'm energetic, and the worst part is that I don't know what to do with the energy. Like I have all of this like energy, but I can't do anything with it. Like I don't know if it's that I don't want to or that my brain can't figure out what to do with it, but I get a lot of that happening. The 3 a.m. delusions, yeah, the 3 a.m. delusions of grandeur, where you all of a sudden want to change your whole life. But it's not just at 3 a.m. I get that like all the time. I get it all the time, where it's like, I'll be sitting, even like prior to stream, and I'll just be like, I gotta do stuff. I gotta do things. I want to be like the greatest fucking guy around, and then like, I don't know what to do. I have all that energy for nothing. I'm gonna fix my life and be a good person. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. It's so annoying. Very annoying to have to deal with that. And I got no clue how to deal with that either. Because sometimes I guess I could try and focus it into trying to learn how to draw, but other times it's just like I want to do more. Like I want things to just happen. You just ignore it now? I guess, but is that gonna last forever? You know what I mean? Like at some point I feel like you gotta try. You wanna get worse. No, don't get worse. Don't get worse. I'm sure there's probably like a thing or two you could probably try and get into. Even if it's not for long. I feel like that's the thing. Like one thing I'll always sort of what's the way to say it? Lie on the side of is the whole idea of like at least like trying, you know? Like I gotta try. Because I can't sit and do nothing forever. That really does bother me. And even if I like it, even if the thing ends up going nowhere, like I don't know, I'm not the type of person to be deluded enough to say that, well, trying is a million times better than never trying, right? Because obviously effort costs stuff, but at the same time it's like, I can't really complain like crazy if I never even bothered to gamble, if that makes sense. That's how I view it. Like, if I'm gonna complain, I'm gonna at least have the right to complain. You have a good rhythm going with the gym, but every time you saw progress, you get sick, have to stop for 2 weeks, and, well, shit, you have to start over again. Yeah, that fucking sucks. 2 weeks? Like, what kind of sickness did you get struck with? Jeez, that's just got you down for like 2 weeks. That's kind of crazy. Cause I can get like having a day off because like you got like a fucking cold or you vomited or something. I can get that, but like goddamn, a 2 week sickness is crazy. That's just bad luck at that point. Bad luck. But yeah, exercising, my goodness. Exercising was one of those things I also try to get into, like heavy, just to try to have something to do. Because that's, that's what the internet always tells you, right? It's like, okay, step one for young man to get some amount of shit together, exercise. And it's like, okay. And then a month later, I'm just like, I'm never doing this again. This shit sucks. I don't like it. It feels bad. The people that say it feels good are lying. That's how I feel like. But I guess it like technically is good for you and all that jazz. It just feels like shit. Well, 2 weeks might be an exaggeration, but still, even a week, you're sick for like 2 or 3 days, recover like 2 days, because you're still in a weakened state and mostly like most likely still carrying it. Yeah, I feel like even if you're like gonna be super consistent about it, you still gotta exercise. It's just like the exercises have to be different, I guess, like just lighter stuff. Even if it's like, I don't know, what example I'd use. Like if you carry 30-pound dumbbells under regular, well, now you're gonna have to do 10 to at the very least, remind the muscles that they still should exist. Even if they don't really do much during that time. But yeah, that's what sucks. Like progress just kind of goes downhill. I think the biggest issue with getting sick while you exercise is that you get used to doing nothing again. I think that's honestly the worst part. You just get used to sitting around, and so it becomes like a habit again. Because that's happened with me when I like try to get real good at exercising. Like I get like one break because like a muscle like hurts or whatever a little too much, and that one day becomes like two, and then two becomes three, and so on and so forth. Rotting in bed, my beloved. Well, I guess it's not the worst that's happened, right? Rotting in bed is not the worst thing that could be happening to a person. Not the best either, though. Now I'm thinking. True, you guess cancer is worse than rotting in bed, I'm right? Yeah. Damn, but that's still, like, sometimes, comparison is the thief of joy and all that bullshit, but, like, it happens to me a lot where, like, I see people that are in shittier situations than me, even though I would say myself that I'm in a shitty situation, right? But like people who are in a shittier situation doing a lot better than me, and I'm like, damn. I'm just like, damn. Like, how did you manage to do that? Shit. Kind of wish I could manage to do that. That's kind of the worst part. It's like half jealousy, half like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like half jealousy, half acceptance. Just like, yeah. You're like, fuck, hope you die. I get it. Yeah, like part of me is like, I hope you die. Part of me is like, good on them, like, good for you, but fuck. That happens too with like random like sometimes it happens funny enough when like I hear people like a streamer or whatever, it's like, I'm getting married, and I'm like, damn, thanks for reminding me I'm like forever alone. And I don't mean it, but like but like I can't help but feel it, you know? Like the feeling is still there, even if I know like most of this is kind of my own fault anyway. It's like the feeling's still there. I'm like shit. Fuck. But yeah, I still do hope that there is a brighter future ahead. At some point, there shall be something. Something. Even if it's a little something. I still think there can be, a chance at the least. I mean, if I didn't, I wouldn't be fucking streaming, I guess. If I didn't think something could possibly, maybe happen, even if it's like a 0.001% chance, I wouldn't fucking be here doing whatever the hell I do every now and again. Or I should say every day, because I fucking stream every day for whatever reason. It would probably be smarter not to stream every day, but I do. Not even convenient hours either. I guess like convenient for the few people that do watch me. You have a mega imposter syndrome because everything good that happens in your life falls in your lap and you hate it. Yeah, I guess. I guess that's like... I could get that. Yeah, I could get that. I could understand that. I would still argue, like, if that does happen, you ought to try to take advantage of that, you know? Considering the other, like, on the other hand, the option you have is, like, stuff that hasn't worked out, or you just not doing anything, you know, not to make this a lecture or anything like that. I don't want this to come off that way, but it's like, bro, you know, if you got a good couple of things coming your way, do try to take advantage of that shit. At least a little, at least a little. But I get the feeling. I can understand the feeling of like something good happening and you feeling like it's not worth, like you're not worth of that thing because you didn't bring it there yourself or whatever. Oh yeah, you milk that shit until the nipples bleed. Ew. Icky description. Yes, icky. I did not need to have that image in my head. Well, yeah. Probably doesn't help that I like doom scroll on fucking Twitter. And it makes you feel like shit. I guess. What did I just say? Yeah. The fact that I just doom scroll. like crazy. Because you need to repay that. Yeah. It makes you feel that way. I mean, if you literally do, that's one thing. But if it's like just offered to you and you take advantage of that in a way that I hope is positive, I feel like that's different. I want to make like a plushie. I don't know why. I need a Yolotl plushie someday. I need to make that happen. Just one self-manufactured Yolotl plushie. I'm just looking at random art right now. Random things, random art. My pastime, my favorite pastime. You should make a plushie. You should make a plushie so you can remake the Jumbo Josh video with it. I don't even know what the Jumbo Josh video is. I'm assuming something old though. Or something that's been around for a while. Can I use a blender? I don't know. I want like a smoothie. I don't know why. Kind of want a smoothie. A smoothie or something. Nah, it's just a crucified plushie that gets set on fire. Oh, you want to light me on the fire? That's treacherous. Treacherous behavior. Of an unheard kind. Did I ever figure out what I was gonna do tomorrow? I don't think so. I remember saying I have to figure it out. What games do I have? Fuck, dude. I got these games. I guess I'll download another one. I never got around to doing any of the, I did say one time I was gonna read a book. That's a video. That would be a boring-ass stream. Not really treachery. You have no allegiance? I suppose that's true. You have no allegiance, one cannot be treacherous. I do not see the flaw in that logic. That is flawless. Besides, you threaten violence all the time. True enough. True enough. That's only towards specific individuals, though, not towards the general population. Probably. Just one individual that we both know of. And Scratch is streaming right now. Volcano. Dude, I want a volcano cake. Fuck, that's a dessert. I don't know why I'm thinking of a dessert. I don't want it, bro. I don't want it. Yeah, well, specifically to you. And wait, well, yeah, it was specifically to you, too, and you had one for me. It's only fair. Did I ever I don't remember threatening you with violence. Maybe it was some kind of violence, but it wasn't the typical violence I threatened Scratch with, for example. Not on the same level. It's just simply not the same level of violence. Different levels, you know? Sorry, I saw a meme. I said that I was gonna boil you and put you in a wood chipper and kill you in general. Huh. I suppose I did. I suppose I did say that. But did I mean it, though? Or was it all just a theoretical? I feel like that's the big difference here. You're not accounting for that. You're not accounting for that. And you must. You must account for that. I should get into singing. No, I shouldn't. I should do things. It's happening again. As a theoretical. So I'm getting crucified and set on fire. So me getting crucified and set on fire is fair as long as it's a theoretical. Yeah, it's fair. As long as the threat itself is only theoretical. Otherwise, I don't know. I'll have to just theoretically explode you. What if I just rolled you into a symmetrical cylinder? You don't think they make crosses that that's why can't I read? Why can't I read? That small. So I'm good anyway. You are such a funny man. It's only a miracle that you are not a stand-up comedian of the highest level. What did YouTube do again? YouTube's doing fucky things again, apparently. True, it's a miracle for everyone else and not you. Yeah, we would all have to face your wrath. Your maniacal hilarity. And I don't think we could handle that, to be honest. I don't think that's possible for us to withstand such hilarity in this world. What the hell am I talking about? What the hell am I talking about? I do need to look into some games though, because I think 2 of them are almost done. 2 of the ones I'm currently like playing are kinda almost done. And then wait, they barely tolerate you on the server, so that rings true. Come on, you're tolerated. Play Disco Elysium. I don't want to play that. I don't want to play it. That seems boring. And it has politics of some kind involved in it. I don't want to deal with that. I know a lot of funny memes come from it, and a lot of people like it. It's just genuinely not that interesting to me. It's like you're a depressed cop, and you have you're alcoholic, and whatever. It's like, oh yeah, big politics, but fair. It's like, yeah, I'm not a political channel, kinda, mostly. The only time I ever talk about politics is like scathing on the sides of politics, but that's about it. It'll be like, oh, look at what, I don't know, internet stuff going on again, and that'll be really all I'll mention. You know what I need to buy? I need to buy like a freaking thing. You know that storm that I was like worried about? It's not come around just yet. It's like I heard just a bit of thundering. I haven't heard the rain. I don't think it really rained at all, or if it did, it was light rain. I guess we're good to go. I guess this is not happening. You need an air fryer. Why the hell would I? What would I do with an air fryer? Like I know was it you that I was discussing having an air fryer with like yesterday? No, when was it? Somebody, like I feel like we had like some kind of discussion about an air fryer at some point in the VC, but I don't even know if you were there, and I don't even know how long ago this was. It was just something happening at some point. You don't know, but I started saying I needed something and didn't finish my sentence. I did? Bro, I think I have memory issues. I think I have memory issues. Holy moly. Holy moly. You never spoken to me about the air fryers? Then I must be misremembering the hell out of my conversations with somebody. Man, this brain of mine is like gonna cost me at some point. Maybe I do have like some mental thing, some ADHD or something. Like I gotta have something because I don't know how else to explain all of this random bullshit that happens when I'm having a conversation. You were never real. You've never spoken to me in general, really. Ah, so you're just a figment of my imagination. That is great to know. Great to know. I want a cat, though. Kind of want a cat. You have a fucked up imagination? Why do you say that? Because it has you in there? Because you're involved in this? It's not my fault you're, like, here. You're just kind of here. That's it. Blender. You wanna be put in a goddamn freaking shopping cart and then rolled down the steepest street that can be found in all the world? Yeah, because you conjured me up? I did not conjure you up. You conjured yourself up. You are the conjurer of the self. I'm simply a guy. A being, a person. Wait, hold on. I need to do math. I need to do math real quick. You wanna do, wait, hold on. You wanna do it just to see if you can take it? I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, the shopping cart, right. The shopping cart, the shopping cart. Right. I, I had to like, okay, if somebody was born in 2007, are they 18 years old now? Hold on. I just saw something stupid like that. Hold on, let me do math. Oh god, I feel... Jesus. Fuck. Okay. I feel old. Kinda. Like, I don't know. That makes me feel kinda old. That's so weird. That's so weird. I don't know. I don't know why that's so weird. It feels so weird to know that. It feels so weird to know that. Huh. Actual goldfish? Yeah. I'm a dumb guy. I'm a very dumb guy. Jesus. 2007 and you're 18 years old. By 2025, which is now. This hurts my soul. Like, I don't know. This kind of hurts my soul. I'm a bit of a fossil. Don't worry, we're all getting a little old, dumb, not old. Whatever. Pfft, okay. But you still called me a fossil, so, you know, I think you meant what you said. I think you meant what you said. I'll be honest, you meant what you said. I don't think you can take it back. Hmm. I mean, yeah, you were gonna call me old and say that we are all a little dumb. Well, you say that, but I feel like you just meant to call me old and that was it. The end and the beginning of that entire conversation was just you calling me old. Hmm. Oh no. Okay, what's going on? Okay, whatever. Pencil. What if I... Pencil sharpeners suck. Like, I just gotta say that. Pencil sharpeners are just kind of ass. They're just kind of absolute booty cheeks. Like, I don't know. They're just not good. I don't think they've ever been good. They're just bad. I don't think I've ever seen, like, a good pencil sharpener. You gotta, like, twist that shit, and then, like, you also have to press in the pencil relatively hard to actually get it pointy properly, and then randomly your little point that you're trying to sharpen is just gonna crack open anyways. It's gonna like ship off. I have beef with pencil sharpeners. I just don't like them. I don't like them. And I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna be honest. It's over. It's over, guys. It's fucking over. What in the world is... Okay, I'm not gonna watch whatever the hell that is. You switched those pencils that look like pens, that you just put those small graphings in, never went back to normal. You mean mechanical pencils? Mechanical pencils. That's what they're called. Yeah, yeah. Mechanical pencils are just superior. They just work. You can just have one kind of mechanical pencil, get the correct little graphene cylinder things, and then just use that forever until it breaks for some reason. Oh yeah, you guess? It's alright. Maybe you are just like me. In terms of intelligence, that is. Where we are alike. You know, I think that'll be it for today in terms of, what the hell? Okay. That's a odd nickname to have. But, I think that'll be it for this stream. It's been a good one. It's been a good one. I've had a good chat with you. I almost called you Waki. I don't know why. Wiki. I just read the last part of your name on Twitch and I was like, oh yeah, Waluki. Words, fuck. You're not a native speaker, so more specific words elude you. That's completely fine. That's completely fine. Waki. Yeah, Waki. I shall bid thee farewell. I hope you all have a great rest of your mornings, afternoons, evenings, and nights, wherever and whenever you are. May the gods bless you. May the stars shine in your honor. Your liberal twin. Okay. I'll see you all. Bye, Shoko. Bye, Wiki. What else do I have to say? If you want to check Scratch, he's streaming Silk Song, I guess. Bye-bye.